Welcome to my channel Coin History Vault, the place where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary treasure. Money bag, what if the small Roosevelt dime hiding in your pocket right now could be worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars? Most people spend these coins every day without realizing that some rare dimes have turned lucky collectors into instant winners. Stay with us until the end because one of these rare Roosevelt dimes might be the secret treasure hiding in your pocket today. And you definitely also tell us in the comments if you have ever found a rare coin or if you own a Roosevelt dime that might be valuable. Thanks with love for watching Coin History Vault. Coin 1. Today we are diving into a small coin that many Americans have seen thousands of times but very few people understand its real potential value, the famous Roosevelt 1 dime from the United States of America. Especially the mysterious 1967 no-mint mark coin that collectors are talking about everywhere. Imagine opening an old coin jar, a drawer, or a forgotten piggy bank and finding a tiny dime that most people would spend without thinking twice. But what if that small Roosevelt dime could actually be worth a life-changing amount of money? Believe it or not, certain rare versions of the 1967 Roosevelt dime have shocked collectors and auction houses with their incredible value. The Roosevelt dime first appeared in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader remembered for guiding the nation through difficult times and for supporting the March of Dimes movement against polio. Since then, billions of Roosevelt dimes have been produced and used in everyday transactions across America. But among those billions, a few rare pieces quietly became collector treasures. Now let's talk about the interesting part, the 1967 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark. During the 1960s, the United States Mint removed mint marks from coins for a short period of time in an attempt to stop coin hoarding, because collectors and investors were saving coins in huge numbers. So many dimes from that era naturally do not show a mint mark, but something very special happened with a few coins struck from proof sets. Proof coins are not ordinary coins. They are specially produced by the United States Mint using polished dies and specially prepared planchets. The goal is to create coins with incredible mirror-like surfaces and sharp details that collectors love. These proof coins are usually sold directly to collectors and kept carefully in sets. However, in rare situations, a proof coin escapes its set and enters circulation, or a proof quality coin with extraordinary strike and preservation appears years later in collector markets. And this is where the story of the 1967 Roosevelt dime becomes extremely exciting. Some collectors discovered that a few 1967 Roosevelt dimes show stunning proof-like surfaces, extremely sharp details in Roosevelt's hair, deep reflective fields, and almost flawless preservation. These coins look dramatically different from ordinary circulated dimes. When a coin like this is found and professionally graded in extremely high condition, collectors become very interested because high-grade proof-like coins from this era are very difficult to locate, especially when they appear outside their original packaging. Another factor that makes this coin fascinating is the combination of condition, strike quality, and rarity in top grades. Many Roosevelt dimes circulated heavily for decades, which means finding one with nearly perfect surfaces, full torch details on the reverse, and brilliant shine can be incredibly rare. The reverse design of the Roosevelt dime also tells a beautiful story of American values. The torch in the center represents liberty, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch stands for strength and independence. Together they create one of the most recognizable coin designs in American history. But here is something that surprises many people. Collectors carefully examine small details when searching for valuable Roosevelt dimes, including strike sharpness, luster, surface quality, and sometimes unusual minting characteristics that make certain pieces stand out from millions of others. That means an ordinary-looking dime in your pocket could actually deserve a closer inspection, because sometimes the difference between a common coin and a valuable collector piece is only visible under good lighting and magnification. Many coin hunters across the United States search bank rolls, pocket change, estate collections, and old coin albums hoping to discover one extraordinary Roosevelt dime that everyone else overlooked. Imagine the excitement of examining a handful of old coins and suddenly noticing a brilliant 1967 Roosevelt dime that looks far better than the rest. Bright surfaces, crisp design, and almost no wear. That moment alone could send any coin collector's heart racing. Professional coin grading services play a major role in determining the true value of such coins. Experts carefully evaluate the coin's preservation, strike quality, luster, and overall eye appeal before assigning an official grade that collectors trust. Once a coin receives an extremely high grade from a respected grading company, its desirability can increase dramatically because collectors know they are looking at one of the finest examples known. This is exactly how certain Roosevelt dimes that once circulated for just 10 cents eventually captured the attention of serious collectors and rare coin auctions. Stories like this are the reason coin collecting remains one of the most exciting hobbies in America, because treasure can appear in the most ordinary places: a coin jar, a glove compartment, an old family collection, or even the change you receive at a store. Many people across the country are now checking their old dimes more carefully, especially coins from the 1960s, because rare high-grade examples have already surprised the collector market before. And here is the moment that shocks most viewers. One exceptional 1967 Roosevelt one dime with no mint mark from a proof set appearance and extraordinary condition has been estimated by collectors to reach an incredible value between $30,000 and $53,500. Just imagine that. A tiny American dime that once represented only 10 cents now potentially valued at tens of thousands of dollars simply because of its rarity, condition, and collector demand. So before you ignore that old dime in your pocket change, remember that history, rarity, and condition can transform the smallest coin into a collector's dream. If you enjoy discovering hidden coin treasures and learning about rare American coins that could be worth a fortune, make sure you stay connected with our channel. Thanks for watching Coin History Vault. Please like, share, and subscribe for more amazing rare coin discoveries. And don't forget to tell us in the comments if you have ever found an interesting Roosevelt dime in your collection. Coin 2. We are exploring a small coin that millions of Americans have used without a second thought, yet a few rare examples have stunned collectors with their incredible value: the famous Roosevelt one dime from the United States of America. Especially the fascinating 1990p mint mark coin that has captured the attention of serious coin hunters. Most people see a dime as just 10 cents. Something that gets dropped into a tip jar, a parking meter, or forgotten inside a drawer. But what if one simple Roosevelt dime from 1990 could secretly be worth more than a brand new luxury car? It sounds unbelievable, but rare high-grade examples from special mint production have shocked the coin collecting world. The Roosevelt dime has been part of American daily life since 1946, created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader remembered not only for guiding the nation through difficult times but also for supporting the famous March of Dimes campaign that helped fight polio across the country. Because of that history, the Roosevelt dime became one of the most recognized coins in American pockets, produced in huge numbers every year by the United States Mint, including facilities like Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But even though millions of these dimes were made, a few rare pieces stand out because of their condition, strike quality, and special connection to proof set production. And that is exactly where the 1990p mint mark Roosevelt dime becomes incredibly interesting for collectors. The P mint mark represents the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most historic and important minting facilities in the United States, responsible for producing coins for generations of Americans. While the majority of 1990 dimes were made for everyday circulation, certain coins connected to proof set production display extraordinary quality, mirror-like surfaces, razor-sharp details, and brilliant luster that instantly catch the attention of professional coin graders. Proof coins are struck using specially polished dies and carefully prepared blanks, which means every detail of the design appears extremely sharp and reflective, creating a coin that looks almost like a tiny mirror. Normally these proof coins remain protected inside their original government packaging, but occasionally a proof example or an extraordinary proof-like coin appears in the collector market outside its original set, creating excitement among rare coin enthusiasts. When collectors examine a Roosevelt dime carefully, they look for several key details that determine whether a coin might be special, including strong strike quality, bright luster, clean surfaces, and perfect design details on both sides of the coin. On the front of the Roosevelt dime you will see the powerful portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt facing left, along with the word liberty, and the famous national motto "I in God we trust." Details that must appear sharp and clean for the coin to reach high collector grades. The reverse side carries one of the most symbolic designs in American coinage history, a torch representing liberty in the center, an olive branch symbolizing peace on one side, and an oak branch representing strength on the other side. Collectors pay special attention to the torch because the fine horizontal bands on the torch must appear extremely sharp for a coin to receive the highest grades from professional grading services. Coins that display full detail on these tiny features are considered much more desirable because they show the coin was struck with exceptional quality and preserved with great care. Another critical factor that separates ordinary dimes from valuable collector pieces is condition. Many coins travel through circulation for years collecting scratches, marks, and wear, but a rare coin that survives with brilliant surfaces and almost no damage becomes extremely attractive to collectors. Professional grading companies carefully inspect these coins using magnification and advanced lighting to evaluate every tiny detail before assigning an official grade that reflects the coin's preservation. When a 1990p mint mark Roosevelt dime appears with exceptional proof-like surfaces, stunning strike quality, and nearly flawless condition, collectors begin to compete for the opportunity to own such a rare example. This is when ordinary pocket change transforms into a serious collectible. Because high-grade coins from popular series like the Roosevelt dime attract strong demand from both collectors and investors. Across the United States, many coin hunters now search their change jars, bank rolls, and old family collections hoping to discover a hidden gem that everyone else overlooked. Imagine sitting at your kitchen table examining a handful of coins and suddenly noticing a brilliant 1990 Roosevelt dime with the Philadelphia Mint mark shining under the light. Its surfaces almost mirror-like and its details incredibly sharp. Moments like that are exactly why coin collecting continues to fascinate people across America. Because the thrill of discovery can happen anywhere and at any time. Some of the most exciting rare coin stories began with someone casually checking their spare change and realizing they were holding something far more valuable than expected. And when a rare Roosevelt dime is authenticated and graded at the highest levels, its value can skyrocket because collectors know they are looking at one of the finest surviving examples. Now here comes the part that truly amazes people watching this video. One extraordinary 1990p mint mark Roosevelt 1 dime connected to proof set quality and preserved in exceptional condition has been estimated by collectors to reach an incredible value between $18,000 and $40,300. Just think about that for a moment. A tiny American dime originally worth only 10 cents could potentially be valued at tens of thousands of dollars simply because of its rarity, condition, and demand in the collector market. So before you spend another dime without looking at it closely, take a moment to check the year, the mint mark, and the condition, because the next valuable Roosevelt dime could easily be hiding in your pocket right now. If you enjoy discovering rare American coins, hidden treasures, and unbelievable coin values that most people never notice, make sure you stay connected with our growing community of coin lovers. Coin 3. We are talking about a Roosevelt 1 dime that most people have seen many times but very few understand its true potential value, the fascinating 1981 D mint mark Roosevelt dime from the United States of America. At first glance this coin looks completely normal, just another tiny 10-cent piece that millions of Americans use every day. But collectors know that certain Roosevelt dimes can carry shocking value depending on their condition, strike quality, and connection to special mint production. Imagine reaching into your pocket, finding a simple dime, and later discovering that collectors would pay thousands of dollars to own it. It sounds unbelievable, yet stories like this continue to happen in the world of rare coin collecting. The Roosevelt dime has been a part of American history since 1946, created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, one of the most influential leaders in the history of the United States, remembered for guiding the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. Roosevelt also supported the famous March of Dimes campaign that raised funds to fight polio, which made the decision to feature him on the American dime a powerful tribute to his legacy. Since that time, billions of Roosevelt dimes have been produced by the United States Mint, including coins struck at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the famous D Mint mark found on many coins, including the 1981 dime we are discussing today. The Denver Mint has produced enormous quantities of coins for circulation across America. But even with such large production numbers, a few special coins stand out because of exceptional quality and preservation. Most 1981 D Roosevelt dimes spent years in circulation, moving from pocket to pocket, cash registers, parking meters, and vending machines, which means many of them show wear, scratches, and dull surfaces today. However, every once in a while a coin appears that looks dramatically different from the rest, with brilliant luster, incredibly sharp details, and surfaces that appear almost untouched by circulation. These coins immediately capture the attention of serious collectors and professional coin graders, especially when they show characteristics similar to coins produced for special mint sets or proof-level quality. Proof coins are created using polished dies and specially prepared blanks to produce extraordinary mirror-like surfaces and razor-sharp designs, making them some of the most beautiful coins produced by the United States Mint. Although proof coins are usually made at the San Francisco Mint and sold directly to collectors in protective packaging, sometimes coins with extraordinary proof-like characteristics appear connected to special production or exceptional minting quality. This is why collectors pay extremely close attention when they discover a Roosevelt dime that looks unusually sharp and brilliant compared to ordinary circulation coins. When experts examine a Roosevelt dime carefully, they look at many small details that reveal whether a coin might be extraordinary, including the brightness of the luster, the strength of the strike, and the preservation of tiny design elements. On the front of the coin you will see the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt facing left, along with the word Liberty and the national motto "I in God We Trust," and on coins with exceptional quality these letters and details appear incredibly crisp. The reverse side of the Roosevelt dime carries one of the most symbolic designs in American coinage history, featuring a torch representing liberty in the center, with an olive branch symbolizing peace and an oak branch symbolizing strength. Collectors look very closely at the horizontal bands across the torch, because coins that display these bands clearly and sharply are considered far more desirable in the collector market. When a coin shows strong strike details along with bright luster and minimal marks, it can achieve an extremely high grade from professional grading services, coin grading companies. Carefully evaluate every tiny mark and detail on a coin before assigning an official grade, and the difference between one grade and another can dramatically change the coin's value. For Roosevelt dimes, examples preserved in nearly perfect condition are extremely difficult to find because most coins from the early 1980s circulated heavily for decades. That means a coin discovered today with extraordinary preservation can instantly become a collector highlight across the United States. Many coin hunters search through bank rolls, coin jars, estate collections, and inherited albums hoping to find one special coin that others overlooked. Imagine sitting at home examining a handful of dimes under a bright light, and suddenly you notice one coin that shines brighter than all the others, the 1981 D Mint mark standing clearly below the date, the surface is brilliant, the design razor sharp. Moments like that create the excitement that keeps coin collectors searching every day, because the next great discovery could appear anywhere, even in the spare change from a grocery store. Once a rare coin like this is authenticated and graded by a respected grading service, collectors begin competing to add it to their collections, especially when the coin represents one of the finest known examples. And now here comes the part that truly surprises most viewers watching this video. One extraordinary 1981 D Mint mark Roosevelt. One dime showing exceptional proof set level quality and preserved in remarkable condition has been estimated by collectors to reach an incredible value between $22,000 and $47,400. Yes, a small American dime originally worth only 10 cents could potentially be valued at tens of thousands of dollars simply because of its rarity, condition, and collector demand. That is why experienced collectors always recommend checking every coin carefully before spending it, because you never know when a rare treasure might be hiding in plain sight. If you enjoy learning about rare American coins, hidden pocket change treasures, and unbelievable coin values that most people never notice. Make sure you stay connected with our channel for more amazing discoveries. Thanks for watching Coin History Vault. Please like, share, and subscribe for more rare coin stories and valuable coin guides. And tell us in the comments if you have ever found an interesting Roosevelt dime in your collection. Your discovery might be the next incredible treasure story. Coin 4. We are uncovering the story of a Roosevelt 1 dime that most people have seen but very few truly understand, the intriguing 1987 D Mint Mark coin from the United States of America. At first look, this dime appears completely ordinary, the same small 10-cent coin that moves through cash registers, vending machines, and pockets across the country every single day. But collectors know that sometimes the most common-looking coins hide the most surprising value. Imagine checking a jar of loose change sitting in your kitchen, and among those ordinary coins you discover a Roosevelt dime that could be worth thousands of dollars. It may sound unbelievable, but rare coin discoveries like this continue to shock collectors and auction houses throughout the United States. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, one of the most respected leaders in American history, remembered for guiding the nation through economic hardship and global conflict. Roosevelt was also closely connected to the famous March of Dimes campaign that helped raise funds to fight the devastating disease polio, which made the decision to place his portrait on the American dime especially meaningful. Since its introduction, billions of Roosevelt dimes have been produced by the United States Mint, including large numbers struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the well-known D Mint mark located just beside the date on the coin. The 1987 D Roosevelt dime is one of those coins that circulated widely across America, passing through countless hands over many years, which means most examples today show signs of wear, scratches, and dull surfaces. But here is where the story becomes exciting for collectors, because occasionally a coin appears that looks dramatically different from the rest, shining brightly with incredible luster and extremely sharp details that almost look brand new. These special coins immediately attract attention because they may display characteristics similar to coins produced for proof sets or exceptionally well struck mint pieces. Proof coins are made with extraordinary care using polished dies and specially prepared blanks, resulting in mirror-like surfaces and extremely sharp designs that collectors admire. Normally, proof coins are struck at the San Francisco Mint and sold directly to collectors inside protective sets. But sometimes coins connected to proof quality or extraordinary mint strikes appear in collector markets in unexpected ways. When a Roosevelt dime shows unusually sharp details and brilliant surfaces, collectors begin examining it carefully to determine whether it might be a rare high-grade example. Professional coin experts look at many different characteristics when evaluating a dime, including strike strength, surface preservation, luster brightness, and the sharpness of tiny design elements. On the front of the coin, the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt should appear crisp and detailed, with the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" clearly visible and clean. On the reverse side, the design features a torch representing liberty in the center, along with an olive branch symbolizing peace and an oak branch representing strength and stability. One of the most important details collectors examine closely is the set of horizontal bands across the torch, because coins that show these bands clearly and completely are much more desirable in the collector market. Coins with full details in this area usually indicate a stronger strike from the mint, and that can significantly increase collector interest. Condition also plays a massive role in determining a coin's value, because most coins from the 1980s circulated for years collecting marks and wear. Finding a Roosevelt dime from 1987 that still shines with strong mint luster and minimal imperfections can be extremely rare. Professional grading services evaluate these coins carefully using magnification and specialized lighting before assigning an official grade. That tells collectors exactly how well preserved the coin is. A coin graded at the very highest levels becomes incredibly desirable because collectors know they are looking at one of the finest examples known. This is exactly how certain Roosevelt dimes that once circulated for just 10 cents can suddenly become highly valuable collector pieces. Across America, thousands of coin enthusiasts search bank rolls, coin jars, flea markets, estate sales, and inherited collections hoping to find That one overlooked coin that turns out to be something extraordinary. Imagine sitting at a table examining a small pile of dimes under a bright light, and suddenly one coin stands out, the 1987 date shining clearly, the D mint mark visible, the surfaces brilliant and nearly flawless. That moment of discovery is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Because valuable coins can still be hiding in everyday pocket change, stories like these have inspired many people to start checking their coins more carefully, especially Roosevelt dimes from the 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s. Now here comes the moment that truly surprises most viewers watching this video. One exceptional 1987 D mint mark Roosevelt 1 dime showing extraordinary proof set quality and preserved in remarkable high-grade condition has been estimated by collectors to reach an incredible value between $20,000 and $43,600. Just imagine that. A tiny American dime originally worth only 10 cents could potentially be valued at tens of thousands of dollars simply because of rarity, preservation, and collector demand. So before you spend your next dime without looking closely, take a moment to check the date, the mint mark, and the condition, because a rare treasure might be sitting quietly in your pocket right now. If you enjoy discovering rare American coins, hidden treasures, and unbelievable coin values that most people overlook, make sure to stay connected with our community of coin lovers. Thanks for watching Coin History Vault. Please like, share, and subscribe for more incredible rare coin stories and valuable coin discoveries. And tell us in the comments if you have ever found an interesting Roosevelt dime in your pocket change. Coin 5. We are exploring a Roosevelt 1 dime that many people may have seen but very few realize its shocking potential value. The fascinating 2001 P mint mark Roosevelt dime. Most people never look twice at a dime. It is just 10 cents, a coin used for small purchases, vending machines, and everyday change. But what if one simple Roosevelt dime from 2001 could secretly be worth more than many people earn in months? That may sound unbelievable, yet rare high-grade examples of this coin have created huge excitement in the coin collecting world. The Roosevelt dime is one of the most recognizable coins in American history, first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. A leader remembered not only for guiding the nation through some of its most difficult times, but also for his connection to the famous March of Dimes campaign that helped fight polio. Because of that historic connection, the Roosevelt dime quickly became a symbol of American resilience and hope, and for decades it has been produced in enormous numbers by the United States Mint. The coin we are talking about today carries the P mint mark, which represents the historic Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most important mint facilities in the United States. While millions of Roosevelt dimes were struck in 2001, the majority of them were released into circulation and used daily across the country, moving from pocket to pocket and often collecting scratches, marks, and wear along the way. However, a very small number of coins connected to proof set production or exceptional mint quality show a completely different appearance, with brilliant luster, sharp design details, and surfaces that shine almost like a mirror. Proof coins are produced using highly polished dies and specially prepared metal blanks, allowing the United States Mint to create coins with stunning clarity and reflective beauty that collectors admire. Normally, proof coins are struck at the San Francisco Mint and sold directly to collectors inside protective government packaging. But sometimes coins showing proof-like qualities or extraordinary strike characteristics appear in collections in unexpected ways. When a Roosevelt dime displays unusually sharp features and bright reflective surfaces, collectors immediately become interested because these coins can represent some of the finest examples ever produced. Experts carefully examine several important details when evaluating a Roosevelt dime, including the coin's luster, strike quality, and the preservation of tiny design elements. On the front of the coin you will see the portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt facing left, along with the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust. And on high-quality coins these letters appear crisp and beautifully defined. The reverse side carries a powerful symbol of American values, featuring a torch representing liberty in the center, an olive branch representing peace, and an oak branch representing strength. collectors pay extremely close attention to the fine horizontal bands across the torch, because coins that show these bands clearly and completely are considered far more desirable. When a coin displays these sharp details together with brilliant mint luster and almost no surface marks, it can achieve an extremely high grade when evaluated by professional grading services. These grading companies inspect every tiny detail of the coin using magnification and advanced lighting before assigning an official grade that tells collectors how well preserved the coin truly is. For Roosevelt dimes from the early 2000s, finding coins that remain in nearly flawless condition is far more difficult than many people expect. Because most of them were quickly released into circulation and handled countless times, that means a Roosevelt dime from 2001 that survives with extraordinary surfaces and strong strike quality can immediately attract the attention of serious collectors. Across the United States, thousands of coin hunters search through bank rolls, coin jars, estate collections, and inherited albums hoping to discover one rare coin that everyone else overlooked. Imagine sitting at your kitchen table sorting through a small pile of dimes, and suddenly one coin stands out from the rest, the date 2001 shining clearly, the small P mint mark visible, and the surfaces glowing with brilliant luster. That moment of discovery is what makes coin collecting so exciting for millions of Americans, because valuable coins are still hiding in everyday pocket change. Stories like these inspire people everywhere to check their coins more carefully. Especially modern coins that may appear common but can become incredibly valuable in the highest collector grades. And now here comes the part that truly shocks most viewers watching this video. One extraordinary 2001 P mint mark Roosevelt 1 dime connected to proof set quality and preserved in exceptional high-grade condition has been estimated by collectors to reach an incredible value between $15,000 and $35,200. Yes. A tiny American dime originally worth only 10 cents could potentially be worth tens of thousands of dollars simply because of its rarity, condition, and strong demand from collectors. So before you ignore the next dime you receive in change, take a moment to check the date, the mint mark, and the overall condition, because the next rare Roosevelt dime could easily be hiding in your pocket right now. If you enjoy learning about rare American coins, hidden treasures in pocket change, and unbelievable coin values that most people never notice, make sure you stay connected with our growing community. Thanks for watching Coin History Vault. Please like, share, and subscribe for more amazing rare coin discoveries. And tell us in the comments if you have ever found a valuable Roosevelt dime in your collection. Your story could inspire the next great treasure hunt.